First of all, I want to welcome everybody here to our worldwide webinar, and I want to say good morning to some of you, and good afternoon, and also good evening. So I'm very, very excited about this update call here. As most of you know, I just came back now to Europe from a big US tour, and the main goal while I was in US was to share all the exciting information about our rollout plan for Dupli and our partner program, and also to the network here over the summer. But of course, I also want to share all the information with you from the rest of the world. And what I also, just a little bit practical information here, as soon as I'm finished with this call here, I'm going to send this PowerPoint presentation I'm using here to all our leaders around the world, because I know that you're going to make a lot of update calls later today and also tomorrow in your own language around the world. So no worries about it. You don't need to take a lot of screens and so on. I'm going to send it to all of you. So so let's get started with this update call here. And what I'm going to talk about first is Dupli.com. And in Dupli.com, we have a very, very exciting rollout plan here for the summer. And the first thing that's very, very high on our priority list is that today it is like this: when you go to our shopping mall, you go to our travel portal, that when you look at a store, it's always the same percentages for free members, for premium members, and for VIP members. But what we're actually doing right now in the background is that we're programming so that it actually gives us a possibility in each one of the stores worldwide to actually put different cashback percentages in different categories. Let me give you an example of that. It could be that if you look at a store like Best Buy has today different categories, and one category could be, let's say, 2% cashback as a free member. Another category could be 8% cashback. Another category could be 16% cashback. And on top of this, of course, the extra percentage for premium member and VIP member is coming in top of that. So that's what we are programming right now, and it has a very, very high priority. It also gives us some advantage when we do advertising. That means that instead of saying Best Buy is 4% cashback or 6% cashback or whatever the cashback is, we can actually say now it's up to 12% or up to 14% as a free member, and it's up to 18% as a VIP member. So we're very, very excited about this here, and it's a big work to do, but we came a long way since we put this on our priority list here. And again, and this is the most important, this here is a huge advantage for our customer around the world. And of course, this is also a very, very big advantage for you as business associate when you're selling our program. So that is the first thing of our priority list worldwide. And when we talk about cashback and so on, I actually have a very, very exciting, some very, very exciting news to share with you, because last week we were actually contacted by 3 of our biggest, you can say, merchant shops that we have worldwide. And the first one who contacted us was Walmart, and I don't think I have to explain people, especially not in the US, but around the world, who Walmart is. Walmart is today the biggest retail chain in the world. So we were contacted by Walmart. We were contacted by another very, very big club in the US called Sam's Club. I'm not sure about the exact amount of members, but the last number I heard is around 50 million members, 50 million subscribers Sam's Club has in the US. And the last one who contacted us also was Best Buy. And what they actually told us that now Dupli is the biggest part that those 3 big companies has worldwide, bringing traffic and customers and revenue to the site. So this is very, very exciting news. And of course, this just shows how much sense our model is making, and how great things are going in the moment. Then another thing that we are doing, and that is, of course, a very, very big help to you. Today, the system is built up like this, that every time you buy your monthly qualification voucher, in theory, you have to go out and you have to sell it, and you have to collect the money from the customers. What we're putting now together is a system, and this system will be like this: that when you buying your monthly qualification vouchers, your VIP vouchers, now you can actually do advertising online. You can do advertising in all the countries around the world, and every time a VIP customer will register to your link, those monthly VIP vouchers will just be taken from your inventory automatically. So this is very, very exciting, and again, it will make it very, very easy for you actually to get rid of your monthly VIP vouchers. So now you're not going to collect the money anymore. Doobly is going to collect the money from you, and of course, the money will be transferred one-to-one into your back office. And as soon as the customer is activated, in top of the money is coming back to you one-to-one, you're going to get your 25% commission in top of the voucher. So very, very exciting news also, and it will give you the possibility not only to go to your warm market now and get customers, but actually to do a lot of online advertising around the world. Another thing that I'm very, very excited about to talk about and announce to you is that we have been working very, very hard for a very long time in our company to actually launch our new customer back office. And the whole idea with this new customer back office is we really want to take customer from A to Z exactly what to do with the customer. And not only this, but one of the important new features that we are building into this back office is actually that the customer will have the possibility to actually build their own personalized Doobly based on their own interest. That means that in the future, customer can go in and make their own favorite list of favorite stores, special deals, and coupons. And the whole idea is that next time they log in, Doobly will actually be built up based on your own interest. And that means our goal is, let's say we have 100 million members worldwide, Doobly will actually have 100 million different Dooblys for each member. And this will of course turn into the next step, and that is that we're also starting to send personalized newsletters out to all our customers, because why should every customer in Doobly have the same newsletter? It should be newsletter based on your own interest. So this is a very important step. Besides this, what we also put into this new back office is the first step to gamification. And our whole idea with Doobly, and this is not coming over the summer, but this is where we want to take the company the next year, is we want to build in gamification. And exactly like we have in Doobly Network today, we have different positions. You can get a high rank. We're going to introduce exactly the same thing to our customers. That means your more time customers spending on our site, the more they're helping other customers, your higher rank they will get. And our whole goal with this is today, like we are making big international event for our networkers, we also want to make very big event for our customers around the world. And those high-rank customers can get special deals. They can get special deals on the side also. They can get, when they come to the big event, they can get special seating in front of the stage and so on. So this is very exciting, and again, we really want people to spend a lot of time on our site. What we also know, and that is that when we build in a community on our site where people and customers can actually chat between each other, this is a very big help also to converting customers into real customers. An example could be that I come to Doobly for the first time and look at the sites. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm looking at, oh, it's something to do with cashback. What is this VIP membership? But if I see there is an area where I can actually chat with other customers, the first thing I will ask is, you know, I'm a brand new customer here. I'm just looking at this VIP membership here. Is this a good idea? And now the possibility is for some of our customers that has a high rank to go in and support and say, yes, you know, I've been on this site here for 1.5 years. Last year I got more than $600 cashback because I am actually one of those VIP members. So this is a very big help, and this is really our final goals here in Doobly, to build this whole community of between our customers. Not only what we have today between our networkers, but also between our customers. The last thing I want to talk about in this new back office, what I like personally a lot, is that what we're doing is we're putting in the fear floors. That means that, excuse me, that means that it's very easy for customers to see how much cashback they're earning every month, and also the cashback they're earning totally. But what we are going to show them now is we are also going to show them how much cashback they're actually missing out because they're not a premium member or because they're not a VIP member. And that will of course give Dupli a very big advantage to upgrade people, because every time they shop something, they can see. Let me give an example. Let's say a customer can see now that he earned $300 cash back over the last 9 months as a free member. But if he can at the same time see that he lost $400 because he was not a VIP member, this is a very strong argument for Dupli to upgrade the customers. And this is of course our final goal in Dupli, that is to upgrade everybody to VIP member. And the reason for that is that, first of all, families around the world with our VIP membership are getting huge savings. But not only this, when you are a VIP member and your average cashback is 12 to 14% instead of 6%, you're going to use the site much more. You can, because, and that's very simple, you cannot afford not to do it. And all this, when all this is launched, will end out that we're launching our responsive web design. And our responsive web design is, if you should describe it short, that our web design is fitting any device worldwide. It's fitting any tablets out there. It's fitting any mobile phone. And of course, because of our big growth right now in Asia and India and so on, this is very important for us. A lot of companies today, when they actually have responsive web design, choose not to launch a mobile app, but we choose in Dupli, as soon as this responsive web design is launched, we're also going to launch our own mobile app. And the reason for that is we want to push advertising to our customers. And in a moment here, I'm going to talk a lot more about advertising and the possibility they will give for you as business associate and for our customers. But that is in theory the main reason that we're going to launch the mobile app here. So this is short and you can say in bullet points what we're going to launch here over the summer here. But this is a very big step, and this is something that we have been working with behind the scenes for not months, but actually for years, and we're very excited about this. And when all this is launched here, roll out here, we feel that we are not one of the best, but really the leading cashback site in the world. And let me talk a little bit about the future. First of all, when I was, that's around 4 weeks now, I had a very long flight. This flight was from Dubai to Los Angeles, and it was actually a 17 hours flight. And in this flight, you have a lot of time to think about things here, and you also have some time to watch some movies. And one of the movies I was actually watching was this Steve Jobs movie. It's not a brand new movie. I think it's around one and a half years old, but it's a very exciting movie to watch, because the more I watch this movie, the more I actually recognized the time we're in right now with Dupli and Dupli Network and our partner program, because we are living this movie right now. And I really want everybody who's on this call to take the time to sit down and watch this movie, because this will give you such a good understanding in what the company is doing in the moment, and also the vision of the company. And people always looking back in time and say, you know, Dupli, you changed your business model a couple of times. You had auction in the old days, and now you cashback and so on. But what you understand is when you see this movie, and this is so unbelievably important to understand, is the reason why Apple is the biggest and the greatest company today anywhere in the world is because they made shitty computers in the 80s. But what really is where you really can recognize great companies is they're willing to change, and every time they change, they become stronger and stronger. So really take the time, watch this movie here. It's a very exciting movie, and it will give you a really good understanding. So sometimes when you found something and you're an entrepreneur like all of us is on this call here, you live always in the future. You forget actually to enjoy the moment you're in here. And as Steve Jobs is saying here on this side here, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. And this is what I like so much about what we're doing here. We are setting the standard. And I've been saying as many times before, Dupli has a window now, the next 3 to 5 years, to own cashback special deals and coupons around the world. And this is a very special opportunity. Every time Dupli in the moment is entering a new country with a local shopping mall, we are the first Amazon in this country. We are the first eBay in this country. We are the first Google in this country. And for me, it's very hard to think about a better idea what we are doing right now, helping people around the world, saving money on things they're doing every single day. And also when we're talking about timing, and what always make entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs and companies great is when they understand the time they're in. And I want to play a little bit with you. I think that all of you know the sayings, if you really want to understand the future, you need to learn from the past. And what I mean with that is that let's take a look back in time. And I don't think we should go 10 or 15 or 20 years back in time. Let's just try to go 5 to 6, 7 years back in time and look how much the world has been changing in those 5 to 7 years. My question is to you, how many of you actually knew 5 to 7 years ago Facebook? Almost nobody knew Facebook at that time. How many of you 5, 7 years ago actually had a smartphones with all the apps you're using today? Today, all of us have smartphones. We're using a ton of those apps. It's like we cannot live without those apps. So think about for a moment how much actually has been happening in the last 5 to 7 years. Unbelievable. But what every single one of you needs to understand and has to understand is that what's going to happen from now in the next 5 to 7 years, whatever happened in the last 5 years is going to be 20 times as fast and as big. That's the time we're in right now. Today you have company being founding in India, you have company being founding in China, in Asia. You cannot even pronounce those companies. And in 5 to 7 years from now on, they're going to become bigger than any company existing today anywhere in the world. That's the time we're in. Today, everybody is talking about online shopping and offline shopping. But what you need to understand, the whole world are melding together. In the future, there is not going to be online shopping or offline shopping. Every single thing are going to be the same. You're going to do all your buyings around the world with your mobile phone. When you go into a retail store, as you know today, in the future, you don't have a possibility to actually buy a product and bring it with you home. The way you're going to do it is you go in, you can touch and feel the product, and then you can buy it with your phone, and it's going to be delivered from one warehouse to your door. That means when you come back home, it's delivered to your door. And it's actually good because it means that we can get a lot of better prices than we're doing today, because it's a very, very bad business for big retailers to have small warehouses in all the stores in the countries around the world. So everything we're doing here with the online world is actually, and that's so important to understand, it's benefiting the consumers. But what we also will understand, and the reason why we're so proud about the new back office that we're launching to our customers, and this is something that Google is not doing a lot today, that is actually make all our advertising customized for customers. And let me try to explain a little bit to you how the world is going to look in 5 to 7 years from now on. And let's start with this flight I had back from Dubai to Los Angeles here 4 weeks ago, where I was sitting 17 hours. The first thing I was watching when I was sitting in this airplane is that on all the screens in the whole airplane, every single seat, every single passenger was getting the same advertising. This is not how it's going to be in the future. The future will look like this. The next time I'm sitting in this airplane, every single seat, every single passenger will get his own personalized advertising based on his own interest. This screen in front of you in the airplane will know exactly you are sitting there. Because of what we are doing in Dupli, because of what other companies are doing, they know exactly what you're looking for, and all the advertising you're going to see in the next 17 hours will be in your own interest. And that is a very, very big advantage, because that actually means we don't feel like it's an advertising. We feel actually it's like a help. This will happen in any bus you're sitting in. This will happen in any taxi you're sitting in, and there will be screens everywhere in the future. When you're walking on the street in the future, when you're walking on the street and you're passing an advertising screen, this advertising screen will show advertising exactly for you. When you're passing a retail store in the future on the street, this retail store actually has the possibility to send a message to your phone. The message could be, Michael, we know you just passed us here, but we know that in the last 4 days you've been looking for this new, an example, a tennis racket here, and we actually have a very special offer to get this tennis racket. So come back in our store here and buy it with a 30% discount. That's the possibilities we have in the future. If you go to London today, it's a very good example of a future city, how they're doing it today. Today in London, you have boxes put up on the street everywhere that's connected to your mobile phone. So actually London know exactly where you are right now in London. And this is what's going to happen in all the streets and cities around the world. And what that will mean, and this is very important for you to understand, is that when you have customers today, some of those customers may be getting over a year $150 cash back, or $200 cash back, or $600 cash back. But whatever amount those customers is getting today, what you need to understand, the same customers in 5 to 10 years from now on is maybe going to get 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as much cash back as they're getting today, because of this way to doing business. So, as I said, today we're talking about online, we're talking about offline, but you need to understand the time you're in. Everything will be the same in the future. There will be no difference. Another example of the future is how we are watching movies, how we're going to watch TV program, how we're going to watch a sports channel. What will happen in the future is you will get like a layer, an extra layer over all the programs that you're seeing. And let me give you an example how this would work and how every single movie and every program in the future will be like an advertising channel for you. Let's say that now you're watching the new Men in Black. And when you finish watching this new Men in Black, you could remember that Will Smith, he had a really cool jacket on, he was driving a really cool car, he was using a very special computer. And what you can actually do now, you can actually go back in the movie, you can scroll over with your mouse, you can click exactly on Will Smith's jacket or his shoes or whatever he's been doing in the movie, or you can click on his car, and all the information about this jacket will come up, how much it's costing, in which retail store you can buy it, and of course, because of also what we're doing in Dubli, how much cashback you're getting in the different stores when you're buying it, because that will be a very, very important decision to make, because maybe the price will be the same in 2 or 3 retail stores, but if in one retail store there is 8% cashback and the other there is 16% cashback, of course you're going to buy it where you get most cashback. So this is another example how the world are changing. The last thing I want to talk about here is that how we actually buy clothing online in the future. Today we go in, we look, all of us is looking at the same clothing, but in the future, how it's going to be is that you're actually going to take your phone and you're going to scan yourself with your phone. And now, because of the scanning you did, that phone, the different shops around the world will know exactly your sizes. And the next time you go into a shop and you want to buy clothing, you're only going to get access to the clothing that will actually fit you. And not only this, because you scanned yourself, you can actually sit now online and try it on yourself and see how it's looking. So this is some of all the new techniques that's coming here. So understand the time you're in right now. Whatever happened in the last 5 to 7 years, this is going to happen 20 times faster in the next 5 to 7 years. And the question you should ask yourself is, how big a piece of this market do I really want to have? The next thing I would like to talk about is our partner program. And as most of you know, our partner program is today a little bit more than a year old. We really rolled it out for the first time, and this has just been an amazing program. Hundreds of partners around the world has been joining Dubli as a partner program. And not only small companies or small organizations, some of the biggest banks in the world, some of the biggest charity organizations in the world has been joining Dubli. And what I like about this program is it's not Dubli who's saying that we are good and we are the best and so on. This is very big companies, this is very big organizations making the due diligence on Dubli and actually choose to put the future of cashback in our hand to run it for them. And we're very, very excited about it. What I'm personally also very, very excited about this partner program is here that this actually gives Dubli a possibility. As I said, our goal is to own cashback around the world in the next 3 to 5 years, but with the combination of this partner program, a combination of our direct selling organization, we have a possibility here to actually take over countries, country by countries. Let me give you an example. As most of you know, we just launched Italy, our Italian shopping mall here. I think it's around 6 to 8 weeks ago. And when we launch a country like this, if we from day one hook up with the #1 bank, the number one insurance company, the number one TV station, the number one, and this is very important in Italy, the number one soccer club here. In theory, you're getting access to all the customers from day one. And now you don't have all the challenges that a normal company has to enter new countries and is building up a new brand. Normally, you say for a new company to enter a new country, it takes a couple of years to people really trust the brand. Like if you're running a TV advertising, you normally say at the first 6 to 8 months you're running this TV advertising, it's not because you're expecting a lot of traffic to be generated to your site. It's more brand of awareness that after 6 to 8 months, people start recognizing your brand. But by hooking up, like Dupli is doing around the world in a lot of different countries, from day one with big partners, as I just mentioned, we are getting access to all customers from day one. And now it's not a cold market, it's not the Dupli brand, it's actually a personal brand. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say that you're in the US, and suddenly you get an email from Bank of America, who's the biggest bank today in the US, saying that now we just launched our own cashback shopping mall here. You don't have all the questions you have when you see a new brand that, am I really getting my cashback? Can I trust this site? Can I put my credit card information? Because you already trust this site. And that is what's so unbelievably exciting about this program here. But what we also learned over the first year here, and we are still new, we are still learning a lot, is that the programs who really are successful right now in a business is the big companies who already are professional, know how to communicate with the customer, and most of them also have their own marketing department behind them. What we will do is we're going to build, and this is our vision of our partner program, we're actually going to build this up like a big franchise concept. And over the next couple of years, you can go into your back office as a partner, and it doesn't really matter what industry you're in, if you're a hotel or you're a football club or what you are, you can go in and you can actually pick and choose like a franchise concept for your type of business, telling you exactly how to become successful with our partners. Because what we are doing in the moment is we're collecting a lot of information from our partners around the world, and we're trying to learn how those companies are becoming successful. One of the things that we're doing right now is we're launching our own free trial VIP vouchers. And today, Dupli has access to 100 million of customers around the world already to the existing partners we have. And this is not cold market customers, this is actually warm market customers. And what Dupli is doing now, and this is all sponsored by Dupli, is we're going to give all our partners around the world a possibility to send out a landing page with 1 month's free VIP trial voucher. So this is very exciting. This is sponsored by Dupli, and we are very excited to see this new voucher, this landing page being launched here. And we're also very, excited about to see the conversion rate. But we actually have very big expectations. And most of you know how this VIP voucher is working. It's working like this: that if you want to try this VIP voucher for 1 month, you need to go in and you need to pay 99 cents so we can check your credit card and get your credit card information. And after the first 30 days, we're going to charge you the $99 or $49, depending on which country you're in. What we know is that more than 80% of all customers registering themselves as a VIP customer will stay in the program. And I actually think we will get better results because the testing we have been doing is with cold market customers. Here we are talking about partner program where all the customer is getting this landing page. It's actually warm market customers. So we're very excited to see this. But this program here is just the first step of many programs that's going to come, not only for partner programs, but also from business associates like you. So our goal with this is that we're going to create a lot of landing pages with all kind of different categories. So you can actually send different landing pages to your customer based on your customer's interest. There could be landing pages for electronic products, there could be landing pages for sports, there could be landing pages for trips, holidays, and so on. So as I said, this is the first step of a lot of very exciting programs that's going to come here. But we're very excited, and as we can calculate now, this VIP trial voucher is going out in step 1 here to more than 100 million customers worldwide. And as I said, this is warm market customers. What we're also going to do is we're going to change how you're actually going to sell your partner programs in the future. Today, how you're selling your partner programs is that you are either buying a platinum package or you're buying a elite package, and then you can go out and sell it. In the future, how this is going to work is very exciting, because in the future you can actually go in and you can create your own voucher code in your Dublin Network back office. And now you can actually choose how big a discount, or if you want to give a discount to your partner. So let me give you an example. Every voucher you have for a partner program in your back office is in theory the sign-up fee, and that is $7,000 worth, plus it's the first 12 months times 500 per month. So in theory, every voucher you have in your back office is $13,000 worth. So what you can do now when you're sitting by the partner, or you can also make up your mind before you actually visit the partner, is that you can go to your Dublin Network back office now. You can create a voucher, and then you can say, I'm going now to give, let's say, 10% discount. So now you go in, you choose 10% discount, you send a voucher code to your partner, and when your partner type in on the Dublin Partner Program site, in the sign up, type in your code, now automatically, because you already programmed this, he will get a 10% discount, and 10% of 13,000 is of course 1,300. So now he's going to get this with a 10% discount, but the best part of this is that you're going to get all the monies minus a little fee Dublin is taking for this service here. You're going to get the money back one-to-one almost in your back office immediately. So that means actually, if you buy the biggest package today we have in our program, the elite package, where you're getting 3 partner programs, plus you're getting the whole TLA, just by going out now and actually giving a 10% discount, you have almost your money back with the first sale of a partner program. And what you need to understand, this partner program, this price here, is so unbelievable cheap for big organization or big company. This is no money at all for the technology that Dublin has been now developing for almost 11 years. So this program here is, in my world, as I said, really the key to success, and really, really the key how you can take over almost country by countries. And this is the reason why I'm saying we have a window now in Dublin and Dublin Network to own cashback around the world in the next 3 to 5 years with a combination of network and our partner programs. The last thing I'm going to say here, also what we're going to put into our new partner program, is that it will be possible actually to buy VIP members upfront. You can buy from 500 VIP members upfront to 10,000 VIP members upfront. And this is really something that's starting out over the last 3, 4, 5 months to be a very big sellers here. A lot of the big banks, a lot of the big telecommunication companies we're working with around the world is actually now buying all those VIP members upfront and giving them away to free to all the customers as an extra benefit. And that is, of course, also very, very exciting for you to offer big partners this opportunity here. So a lot of exciting stuff is coming. And the last thing I'm going to say to this partner program, and this is something that's going to be launched here in a few days, and it's a very, very big welcome package to our partner programs. And this welcome package will explain to every single partner around the world how to become successful with a partner program. It will really take them from A to Z, what to do with the partner program and how to become successful. So we're very, very excited about all this. But as I said, you know, we're still in the beginning here. We're learning a lot here, but what's good about it is we're becoming better and better and better. And every single success story around the world, we're learning a lot from, and we are sharing this with all our partners. So very exciting, very, very exciting. Now I'm going to talk a little about Dublin Network and some very, very, very exciting news. Not only in the last 4 weeks, I've been on a very big tour in the US, visiting a lot of the different groups we have in the different cities in the US. But what I also did is that I was actually attending a very big TV show in the US, and this TV show will be finished here in around 1 to 2 weeks from now on, and I will send the link out to everybody so you can actually use this. This TV show is actually about Dublin and how we are spreading cash back to the world, and not only this, how our partner program is helping companies and charity organizations around the world. It's going to be showed over CNBC, and I said the link will be finished here in a couple of weeks. And because of this program that we have just been attending in, I got a very, very exciting invitation to a very, very big celebrity, a very famous guy who has his own TV show. And I was invited to this TV show as a guest to talk about Dupli, to talk about the exciting model we have with cashback, but also to talk about actually how we are making, and what's making Dupli very special is the combination we have with our network system and our partner programs. And this TV show is actually going to have exactly the same weekend as we're planning to do our Dupli, our Dubai summer event. So what we did now is that we choose to actually change the whole thing here in Dupli, and instead of having as a little local event arranged by our Thomas Pitt, our senior vice president, of course backed up by the company, we're going to make this a very, very big corporate event instead. And our plan is in the next 1 to 2 weeks to have a finish date, and we are hoping to get this event date from end of September or latest beginning of October. It will be, of course, held in Dubai as the last time. Instead of 2 days, this will be a 3 days event that we're going to do there. And we're expecting thousands of people from around the world. What we're actually doing right now in the company is we're talking to our different leaders around the world. And our whole plan is that if people can get enough people together from our different countries where we're in around the world, we're actually going to arrange airplanes only for Dupli Business Associate. I'm going to get a lot of offers here over the next 2 weeks on those airplanes here. But what I'm hearing is that we have to at least have between 200 and 300 people together on an airplane. And I'm going to actually investigate also the possibilities that not only we are going to fly our own Dupli airplanes from around the world to Dubai, but we're also going to maybe have the possibility to decorate those airplanes as Dupli airplanes. And this is one of the greatest ideas I think that we ever did in our history, because you need to understand the excitement that you're going to feel. Not only you are going to get an amazing 3 days event, I'm going to talk a little bit about later what you can expect for this event here, but just to be in an airplane only with Dupli Business Associates from your own countries, that celebrating the whole excitement that you're going to experience there is unbelievable. And the best thing is that, and we all know the feeling when an event is finished, it's like you're almost empty inside. You're so excited for 3 days, you feel so filled up, and now you saw everything is finished. But I think this tour back in a Dupli airplane, sharing, you know, all the excitement together with all your partners from your own country is going to make a very, very big difference. And I cannot tell you how important it is to join an event like this. It's always, people always saying, yeah, but you know, I have most of the information and all this, but this is going to be another event that we ever had in our Dupli history, because this is not going to be only an event where you're going to get a lot of exciting information and updates from the company, but you're also going to get trained a lot in how to do your business. You're going to get leader training, how to run your organization, how you're going to become successful. And not only this, and this is so unbelievably important, there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff going on also, like the safari we're doing in the desert, like the big camp we have in the desert, and Dubai is today one of the most exciting places to come to. So I cannot tell you how important it is for everybody to attend this event, but you should not only, it's not only important that you attend the event, but you should measure yourself on is actually how many people in your organization actually attend this event. Because the feeling you're going to have when this event is over is that, oh wow, I wish that I have 500 people from our organization here, or 1,000 people from our organization here. Because what always happens to an event like this is that when you're there, when you're coming back, your belief system is so big that only on this belief system you can build the biggest organization in the world and the excitement. So whatever, everything is about numbers. Your more people you're going to get there from your organization, the bigger your explosion is going to be. And that is the biggest advantage for like an event like this. And then the last thing that's also important with an event like this is, of course, to come meet leaders, meet business associates from around the world, share your experience with them and learn from their experience. And that is really, really what's so exciting about it. Sometimes when you work in a network marketing company like Dupli, you're only having your presentation, your open houses in your own city. You're always meeting the same people and so on. And when you suddenly attend a big event like this, meeting people from around the world, meeting all our big leaders from around the world, you will understand that you are actually making history. You are part of something bigger. So we're very, very excited about this change here. And as I said, instead of 2 days, this is going to be a 3-day event. But what I can recommend you, book at least 1 week in Dubai, because there's so much to see there. And one of the most exciting things that's going to happen on this event is that we are going to launch our Dubli Academy. And this Dubli Academy, in my world, is the last piece that Dubli is missing to become the biggest company ever existed in direct selling. Because nobody can even question, Mark, Dubli has the strongest product that you can think about in any direct selling company ever existed. The foundation that we have been creating the last 11 years has never been done before, and we are so prepared for the future. Not only this, in Dubli Network, we have some of the most exciting bonus systems. For the first time, we're actually putting a bonus system together that no matter what rank you have in the business, the only thing you have to do is you have to qualify yourself every month with your qualification vouchers. And you just heard the update how easy this is going to be in the future. That's the only thing. That means you can never lose your rank. 99% of all the income is actually coming from consumers, from customers who has big savings, who love Dubli because they're saving money for themselves and their families. And this has been the vision of network marketing. That means that for the first time, you actually have a possibility to build up your own business, not for yourself, but actually from your children and your grandchildren. And you can build up a business that can never be taken away from you. To be in Dubli Network today is like been sitting 15 years ago with Google, eBay, some of the other big players out there and make a deal that you're going to get a cut of every single transaction earnings they had from now on in the future. But the last piece, the last key to success is education. And I always ask the question, and I know a lot of leaders around the world is asking the same question: why is McDonald's the most successful franchise chain in the world? Why are they the biggest burger chain in the world today? Is it because they're making the best burgers? Is it because they were some of the first opening up? It's because they're making the best marketing? And in theory, all those questions is wrong. The reason why McDonald's is the most successful franchise chain in the world today is because of the system. The system that has put together is really for dummies. And what they're getting is that when you as a customer is joining visiting a McDonald's in Shanghai or in Beijing or in India or in Germany or in the US or in Brazil, you are going to get exactly the same experience. And that is only because of the system. And this is exactly our goal with this new Dubli Academy, that is to build up a system, a uniform communication around the world. That means if you are inviting guests to an open house in Australia, to an open house in Germany, to open house in the US, they're going to get exactly the same information, and they're going to get exactly the same training how to do the business. And that is really the key to success. And this combination with the best academy as has ever been in this industry, a combination of this, a perfect product, a perfect network marketing system with the perfect bonus system, we really, really have something that that is going to be so strong that there's going to be written books about this model in the next couple of years. One of the things we're building into this new academy, and that is very, very exciting, is a plan how to become vice president in the first months in your business in 120 days. What we have been figuring out is a way, and you need to understand when you see this plan, this rollout plan for 120 days, it's almost like you're sitting back, leaning back, and saying to yourself, no, there's no way I'm not going to do this. If you're going to do exactly what we're telling you to do and become a vice president in 120 days, just with the basic things that you're putting together, you're going to build up yourself a residual income of more than $300,000 per year. That means if your whole organization did nothing after 4 months, you will still have secured yourself and your family an income of more than $300,000 per year. And this will be an income that is only going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is the key to success. The key to success is for new people join our system to make them very, very successful very fast, because nobody is leaving a system where more money is coming in than going out. So this is very, very exciting, this new academy here. And I also want to thank our vice president around the world by helping with this academy here. And especially here over the last year, 1.5 years, I've been traveling a lot with Buck Reed and his group and listened to lots of the training here. And learned a lot from this group here. This group is doing some of the best training I ever seen in my 16 years in network marketing, and it just reminded me of how important training is. And the biggest reason why people are not successful in this business is if they come in this business here and they want to do their own thing. What I've been experienced with a lot of leaders around the world, not only in this company but also in other companies, is that it's like when those leaders has been in for too many years in network marketing, it's like they're going into what you call a manager mode. Suddenly they're becoming a manager for the whole organization instead of doing what it actually takes to build the organization, help people, train people, because this is what all about. You're not going to earn any money by being a manager for your whole organization. The only thing that will happen is all your leaders in the organization will look up at you and say, you know what, I also want to be a manager. Let's not forget, no matter if you've been 30 years in network marketing or 20 years or 10 years or 5 years, what's actually made everybody excited in the beginning, and that was exactly the training and the tools we're getting. The key to success here is, like McDonald's said, is to keep it simple. Keep it simple, that's the key to success, and do whatever the system tells you to do. So we're very excited about this new academy, and as I said, this is going to be presented in Dubai. We are going to make a lot of special training for our leaders there, so we will secure ourselves that everybody is getting the same training around the world. This new academy will be a mix of online training and offline training. That means that we will actually educate our leaders around the world, that we get a special education, how actually to support and train people. So very, very exciting, and as I said, this is really the key to success in network marketing. Then we have a little bit news also on the corporate side, and have two big news I'm going to talk about today, and that is that in India right now, we are very, very close now with a new company set up in India here. We're a few weeks away, and I actually think I can give you a date here next week. We will send this out in a newsletter. So, what we've been doing, especially in India, is we've been learning a lot about the new company structure there we're setting up. And this company structure here we can actually use in a lot of different countries now, in other Asian countries, and also in some special countries in South America. So, so again, you know, we've been creating the foundation not only in India but actually to a really, really good setup from around the world. And we have been getting some requests. Why didn't you set up the company before in India? Why is it not finished now? And the reason for that is that it's not only to set up a company. This is actually not so complicated, but it's to set up the right structure in India from day one. And this is what we've been doing here. And as I said, this structure now we can use in a lot of countries around the world. And it's very, very exciting times right now. I know, especially this weekend here, we have a lot of big events around the world. I also know that that's personally something I'm very excited about, is that we have it's not an open event right now, but it will be in the future, but actually a big, very big closed event in Japan as the first meeting, our first Dubai meeting in Japan, held by our senior vice president Thomas Schmidt and some of his key leaders out of Germany. And what I've been hearing here, that you're actually expecting up to more than 1,000 people at the first event here. So I'm very, very excited on Monday to get some feedback how this went. And Japan is another good example of a new country that Dubai is focusing on now and has a huge potential. But a lot more information will get out here. And what I will do here is that next week I will time now with all my leaders around the world, in Europe, in Asia, and also in the US. And my plan is, before this Dubai event, I want to go on a new European tour. I want to go on a short trip to Asia, to India, and I also want to make one more tour in the US to say hello to everybody and to share our vision here, so we can be sure about getting as many people, as many of our business associates from around the world to our Dubai event here. So very exciting. And what we're also doing right now in Dubai is that we're catching up with our filings. As most of you know, is to be changed our business model here 1.5 years ago, and we got some challenge with the way we were calculating revenue in the old model here. And we are in a restatement now here. We just communicating with the SEC here over the last couple of weeks, came up with a rollout plan here. And our plan is, as soon as possible, to be up to date with our filings. And of course, why we're really excited about this, and also in a hurry to do this, is of course that we really want to prepare our company for NASDAQ listing here. And with all the good things happening around the world now, I think we're going to get a really, really big and great Nasdaq listing here. And it's, of course, another milestone in our history. So the last slide I want to show with you today is, and it really, really makes me thinking as a founder of Dupli here, and I really like this saying here, is that most of the important things in the world has been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when all there seems to be no hope at all. And if you watch the movie I showed you before with Steve Jobs, if you watch some of the other movies like the Google movies and so on, or sorry, the Facebook movie, you will understand that all companies, all big success stories today has been to phases in the past that's been very, very difficult. But what really determines if you're going to be a big winner or you're going to be a loser is that you're not, the option by quitting is not existing. And this is what's been making me so proud in Dupli Network. When I look at the leadership, when I look at people like Vilas in Denmark or Danish vice president, who was actually also the first vice president in the world, has now been by the company for more than 10 years. This commitment you have as leaders around the world is just amazing, and how you've been following our companies up and down. And that is the reason why you're all now so successful as you are in the moment, because of this. And this is also the reason why Dupli is going to be one of the greatest companies in the history, is because we just keep on fighting, and every time we come back, we just become stronger and stronger. And when you need to understand, when you have big success, you know, if the journey was too easy for you will actually not join on the same way. Every single big company has been through difficult times here, and that is what makes you strong. I always say that mistake you made in the past, it's not mistake, it's what you call goodwill today. So be proud about where we are today. Look at this new movie I showed you here, and you will understand the journey we invite with Dupli now. And as I said before, this is not a business we're building up for ourselves. This is a business we're building up for our children and our grandchildren here. You are creating history here by partnering Dupli, and you need to understand the position you're in right now. You can sit today, you can join Dupli today. In 11 years from now on, and Dupli is an 11 years old company, you can have more customers around the world, you can have more partner programs, you can have a bigger sales organization around the world than Dupli actually has itself as a company today. That's the possibility you have right now. What will determine if you're successful or not is your way to focus on your business. And one of the most important things I've been learning is, you really want to become successful, is that always focus on the goal you have. Don't be confused, don't look left and right, and every single time a problem is you cannot work your business. And then be consistent. If you want to have success in this business, you need to be consistent. You cannot work for 1 week and then you make a 3 weeks break, and then you come, then you work for 2 more weeks and so on. You need to be consistent, and you need to treat this like $1 million business, because this is $1 million business. I think what we're going to see in Dupli in few months from now on is the first of our vice president and senior vice president around the world actually earning more than $1 million per month in commission. But the most important thing is not how much they're earning, because there's also been other companies out there where that has been giving very big check out to the business associate per month. We have example of other people in other companies who's been earning $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 per month. But what does it mean when the whole check is coming from the sales organization? Because what will actually happen when the sales organization quit working next year, your check will go back down, and you will lose your whole income. What you need to understand is, no matter if you have a check from Dupli, if you have an income from Dupli of $5,000 per month, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, or 1 million, the most important thing is coming from customers, saving money on Dupli, not buying anything. All other direct selling company has been learning you the same thing, and that is that you don't have to sell anything, you have to recommend. But that is not true. In all other companies existing today, you have to sell something. You have to explain to people, stop doing what you're doing today, stop buying where you used to buy, and come to my product or come to my company, because they have better, cheaper, and all these arguments that we're using. This is the old way of doing network. The new way is Doobly because we're not selling anything. We don't have to go out and explain to our consumers that Walmart is a great chain or Apple is a good product. Those big companies are doing billions of dollars in advertising every month to tell they're good and professional. The only thing we have to tell people is do what you do every day, do it to us. It's money lying on the table. And there's not one single reason why not every single customer around the world should be connected to Doobly. And that is the question. And I always challenge people when I talk to people, can you come up with a better idea than Doobly? Can you come up with a better product? And in all the years I've been traveling around, I never heard anybody come with a better suggestion because there is no better suggestion. Do what you do every day. I don't even want to talk about the marketing, but let's just take one section on our portal, travel. Travel worldwide is a more than $500 billion mark per year. Today, Doobly is covering more than 70% of this worldwide travel market. So the possibility is unbelievable in this country here. And as I've been saying actually for many years, is the biggest killer to all other network marketing companies today is the internet. And the reason for that is that what is happening when you're working in a traditional network marketing company, you have to buy your outreach, you have to buy your product every month. What happens if you not can sell them anymore? If you're stopping your business, what you did in the old days is you put all those products you have to buy in your garage or in your basement, and you forgot about them. And after a year or two, you actually throw them out. What everybody is doing today is they're putting it online, on eBay, on other marketplaces around the world. And whatever product today is being sold to a network marketing company, you can go to online and you can find it with an 80% discount. That's the reason why there is no future in this traditional model here. Doobly is the future. We have the strongest product. We have customers in all countries around the world. And for you, it's only about asking yourself, how big do I want to have my business? But not only this, it's hard work. Don't tell anybody joining Doobly this is going to be easy, because no business is easy. This is consistent work, this is hard work, but this is also a lot of fun. And if you don't believe me, then come to Dubai to our big international event in September, October. Then you understand what I'm talking about. And for me personally, in the last 16 years, since I joined my first network marketing company, since I founded Doobly 11 years ago, I never had so much fun in my life. I've been visiting almost every single country in the world. And not only been visiting, I've been doing a lot of fun stuff with all my groups and my people around the world. And this is a very, very big difference between being an employee in a company. Here you have to work with everybody. You have to pretend that you like everybody. Here you could build your own global business by people that you have a good relationship with, people you like. You don't have to have people in your organization you don't like. So this is really, in my world, a perfect business here. This business has more potential than any other business. And I don't care what you're doing today, what background you have today, what work you have here. This is the most exciting business opportunity. And that's the reason why when I saw network marketing for the first time 16 years ago, I was a big entrepreneur in Denmark at that time. I had a big chain of nightclubs, discotheques. I had a big chain of Mexican restaurants, actually one of the first franchise chains in Denmark. When I saw network marketing, understood the power of this system, I knew there was never going to be a way back for me. But what I also learned from the beginning was the only thing that's important in a network marketing company is the product. The product is the key to success. You can have the best system, you can have the best motivation speaker. If you don't have the right product, you're not going to build up a business that will be there in the future. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for your time here today. I'm very excited here. I'm looking forward to get the feedback on all the different rooms that was connected from around the world. And as I said, I'm going to send this PowerPoint presentation to all my leaders so you can translate it into your local language and make all your update call later tonight or tomorrow. So thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to see all of you here in the next couple of months on my new tour here, and of course really to celebrate our big Dubai event here, and also recognize all our new leaders that we are getting almost every day in the moment, all new sales director, vice president from around the world. So it's very, very exciting times. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.